Hey there, friends. Brian King here. ADHD has a lot of benefits to it, some of which I really enjoy. My sense of humor, for one, my ability to solve problems creatively, my creative side, my ability to write. I've written multiple books. I create a lot of humorous and hopefully funny memes. But the other side of ADHD can't be ignored. And that's the side with impulsivity, especially blurting things out at exactly the right times that can get us into trouble at work, with friends, and even those that we love the most. Constantly running late. People are wondering where we are and wondering why we keep forgetting appointments that we make with them. Those are examples of things that can really damage relationships and things that can't be ignored in service of wanting to focus on ADHD as a gift. Now, it's really important, at least in my point of view, that you have a balanced perspective. There's a tendency with people with ADHD to have all or nothing thinking, as you know. And with that can be a desire to either focus on everything about ADHD that's negative, somebody who beats themselves up all the time, thinks they're a complete failure, nothing they do is right. And then on the other side, there's the people that say, no, it's a gift, it's a superpower, it should only be seen as positive, and they want to ignore everything negative. See the issue here? The issue is that the all or nothing thinking is preventing you from having not only a balanced perspective of ADHD, but of yourself. It's the person who thinks they're only a failure, can never be successful, or the person who only wants compliments and never any kind of feedback that suggests they can maybe grow somewhere. And a lot of the language that I use, nowadays I talk about slaying your ADHD. I'm not talking about slaying or conquering your superpower or slaying your sense of humor. I'm talking about getting a handle on the stuff that's causing you problems. The stuff that makes you late, the stuff that makes you forgetful, the stuff that makes you impulsive, that's the stuff you need to slay. Because if you can bring that stuff under the umbrella of your strengths, because you have strategies to mitigate it, imagine how much more powerfully you could show up in the world. Imagine how many more things you could do successfully, how much more resourcefully you would be if you had a more balanced perspective and actually embraced those sides of ADHD that cause you problems and say, all right, folks, or all right, troops, we're going to whip you into shape. We're going to bring you up to speed so that we can bring you over into the asset column and not have to worry about you dragging us down all the time. But before you can do that, you need to acknowledge that there are two sides to the ADHD coin. It's not just superpower or challenges, it's both. And that can be said of anything in the human experience. But ADHD is my jam, especially around relationships, communication, and parenting. So if you're ready to acknowledge the fact that, hey, it isn't all sunshine and roses, and it isn't somebody being negative if they address the downside to ADHD. Yeah, I could probably talk more about the upside to ADHD, but people don't come to me to be reminded that it's a superpower. People come to me to help them deal with the parts that are causing them problems. So I talk about slaying your ADHD because there are parts of it you don't like. Those are the parts I want to help you slay. The stuff that's really good, shout it from the rooftops, because there are things I love about it. And please don't mistakenly think that because I'm talking about slaying ADHD, that I'm trying to rob you of the good stuff. In fact, I want to help you find enough confidence in that stuff that you are comfortable sharing it with the world so that you can make your full contribution. In fact, I want to help teach you that the stuff that's holding you back about ADHD, as I mentioned a bit ago, can be moved over into the asset column so that that can be added to the gifts that you contribute as well and make an even greater impact. So if that's something that you dig and that interests you and you want to learn how to do, send me a PM. We'll make it happen. I hope this clears some stuff up. I hope this gives you some seeds for thought, and please share it if there's somebody you think that could benefit from this. And until we talk again, this has been Brian. Thanks for being you.